Afternoon, everyone. This is my first attempt at doing any kind of tribute myself or video blogging, etc. Anywhere, and I just wanted to share this and some thoughts with some Roddy Piper fans about my experience last night on the 17th at the Comedy Store in Hollywood. I got off work and raced over to the Comedy Store all the way from Rancho Cucamonga, hour and a half in traffic. Got there, paid my $10 to park, and walked up to the Comedy Store, where as you're walking up on the sidewalk, a block away, you can hear bagpipes going off. And obviously as you got closer, the bagpipes got louder. I took up a position on the sidewalk and got some photos of 3 bagpipers in front of the Comedy Store right after 7 o'clock. With various people out front mingling, talking. The first person that I was able to recognize was DDP. So Diamond Dallas Page was there. It looks like his daughter was there with him. Gave her some like valet money or some pocket money, and she went on her way, basically dropping him off. And I was respectful enough. I waited till their conversation was over, and then I asked him for a photo, and he did a selfie with me. That was pretty nice of him. I didn't want to be disrespectful. I just wanted to see what the atmosphere was, but it was pretty upbeat. Nobody was sad. They were telling stories. People didn't want to tell stories. Took the photo with him. Bagpipers continued to. It looked like they were practicing for the events of the night. And they were to shortly after go inside near 8 o'clock. People started to roll in. Some people I didn't recognize, but I knew they were somebody. TMZ photographer, videographer was there. And he wasn't quite versed on wrestlers as much as I was, so I was assisting him a little bit in pointing out who they were and some background story on that individual wrestler before he would go up and do a short interview and ask some questions to that wrestler or celebrity.
No, just going to leave it sealed. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Keep it cool. Yeah. Thank you very much.
At this time, it's still daylight. People are scattered going in. It looks like maybe some people were in there before I got there at 7. Doors opened at 7, supposedly. Show was to be at 8 o'clock. Just near 8 o'clock, I ran into Roddy Piper's podcast partner, Inappropriate Earl, who was a very nice man, very sincere, and definitely loved Roddy Piper. And we had a little bit of a conversation before he went in. And one of the last groups of people to show up was Roddy Piper's wife, Kitty, and their son Cole, and 2 of the 3 daughters, were also there.
Wow. Okay. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's get another one.
And there was only a few fans other than me that were actually, surprisingly, out front of the Comedy Store. And the family came up and shook our hands and said thank you for coming. Was very courteous, very polite. He has a beautiful family, including his wife. They went in shortly after 8 o'clock, and this is where it became a private ceremony. So I wanted to ask to go inside. I had a feeling they would probably let some fans in, since there was very little fans that were out front, but I just didn't go there and didn't ask, not knowing if it was inappropriate or not. So I erred on the side of caution and just stayed put. Went down the street, shared some chili fries, drank a beer. Walked back, walked to the Comedy Store, went to their patio, bought a 24-ounce Keystone, and drank that tall can while waiting for the event to end. Approximately 2 hours after everybody went in, they started filing out. And gathering out front again. And I was side by side with the TMZ videographer, and he was interviewing some more people.
He goes out to the ring one day to give DDP the championship. And the evil NWO comes out and can I swear on this?
Yeah, go for it.
The NWO beats the shit out of DDP and Piper. And then all of a sudden, Sting comes out.
It was just good times. It was a good environment, good vibes. The best part of it was, for me, was not meeting DDP or John Morrison, the wrestler. It was speaking with the family after the event. Gave hugs to the daughters, shook Cole's hand, spoke to the wife about a couple stories I had about meeting her husband, WWE Access up in San Jose. Met him, got video of him, told him how healthy he looked at the time, and made sure and asked him if he was cancer-free. He said at least 5 years he's been cancer-free. He told me he loved me. It was really nice. Little quick conversation.
One of those. How's your health? Can we get a quick picture? Thank you. Step on up. So it's been over 5 years, huh?
Yeah,
We're good.
I've never seen this.
Yeah. Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm very happy for you. You look very fit, too.
Thanks, man.
You look more fit. I saw you 20 years ago at the Cable Ace Awards.
Yeah.
You look a lot better now than then.
Come on down.
Yeah.
And I told him back at Access that I'd met him in '95 at the Cable Ace Awards. And I said, you look better today than you did 20 years ago. And he said, God bless you, etc. It was just a great, short conversation that I won't forget. And I let his wife know about our conversation. And then right before she left, we took a photo. And And then I said, I have to ask you. I mean, there's rumors on the internet. There's Sean Waltman and China, the feud, and about China kind of crashing the funeral the week before in Oregon. And I said, did China crash your husband's funeral? And she looked up at me shaking her head and was like, that's all internet BS. China was an invited guest, and she was nothing but cordial and proper through the whole ceremony. And so that was good for me to hear. I heard it from her, who's in the know, and I don't have to listen to the BS on the internet about it and what the truths are, because I know she was telling me the truth, and there's no reason for her to not tell me the truth about that. So, said goodbyes to the family. They got in their black SUV, took off for the night. TMZ interviewed a couple people that were there. Richard Tyson, who was in Kindergarten Cop and Kingpin, and started off in 3 O'Clock High. Had a short interview with him.
That's good with the kids. I always told Arnold, I said, look, man, I'm good with the kids. You know, when they were singing Stranger, they couldn't get it right. I said, let me have them at lunch. I went out, they went back, they were great.
You taught him a lesson?
Yeah, I told them how to go. I scared the hell out of them.
You're a delight, man. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Have a good night.
They interviewed, Will Sasso was there. And he was being funny, of course, and like right up on the camera like this, like, how are my nose hairs? He was doing that type of thing, but he was being funny as ever. It was good meeting him. And Andrew Bernarski, from the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, best known for Leatherface. He was there. Everybody was totally cool. No attitude, no disrespect shown to me. I didn't show any to them. It was just a great evening. After everybody was out, 10 or 11 o'clock at night, I just walked into the Comedy Store. Out of no disrespect, I just wanted to be in the room where they had the memorial, and I walked in there and took a photo in the main showroom. Found a memorial ribbon, you know, like the cancer ribbons. It was in the plaid skirt colors. I have one right here. This is from the memorial. And I guess everybody got this, and it was like pinned to their shirts. And then I got this Roddy Piper, like memorial stone, you would say. And then the best part would be the official program for the memorial. This was actually gotten for me from Inappropriate Earl, the comedian, his podcast partner. I asked him if he can go in, this is before I went in, if he can go in after we were conversating, if we can go in and grab me one, and he said he had a short set to do, and that after his set he would be more than happy to grab me one. And a man of his word, he did his short set, and I had even forgotten that I had talked to him about it, and he comes up to me and he just handed me this, which was beautiful that he was able to do it. I've yet to even read it, but this is the inside, and this is the back. So these three things mean a lot to me. Then they were handing out to everybody in attendance his bubblegum soda. Even though this is widely available for sale, this specific one will not be opened, drank. It will be on display with all of this, because I know where it came from and where it was handed out. So, all in all, it was an excellent night. I think a fitting tribute to the best villain ever in the history of professional wrestling, and that's not my opinion, that is the truth. If you have any more questions, or I might have left something out, feel free to comment in the comment box, and I'll try to answer any questions if there is any. This is just my closure. This is my release on what Roddy Piper meant to me. I'm not a stalker. I'm not an obsessed fan. I'm just respectful, and I love the history that follows him. So I hope this wasn't too boring for my first outing ever, and everybody have a great night, and rest in peace, Roddy Piper.
Colton, how are you doing, man? How was the champion?
Good.
Good. Respectful. Was it funny?
It was funny. I mean, I don't know what you get for me, but good.
Do you think your father would have enjoyed it? Or?
My father would approve absolutely anything I do.
Righteous.
Yeah. Could do something wrong at the time.
Excellent. Thank you for talking to me. You guys have a lovely night.